everyone, Jason Alea back here again. I know this is not a Halloween related video, but I figured that during my spare time when I'm not doing my Halloween videos that I'm completely busy with, including the James Bond reviews that I'm going to be leading up towards the new No Time to Die film with Daniel Craig, with all the Daniel Craig movies I need to review, and some maybe other reaction videos here and there. I figured, why not I talk about Don Bluth for a bit when I can. And Don Bluth is one of those animated directors that I don't see a lot of people talk about anymore. Or at least not with as much high praise as they used to talk about with him. Back in the 80s, Don Bluth was an animated director that had been very competitive with Disney. He worked as an animation director in some of their older Disney movies, but quit because he realized the quality wasn't that good and he wanted to start his own film studio, which he did, and he was laughed at by people in Disney that he would never make a successful animated movie. He proved them wrong. And then the next movie, which is American Tail, he outgrossed Disney at their own game. Now, eventually, after The Land Before Time, it was also a big success, but after All Dogs Go to Heaven was not that big of a success and was beaten by The Little Mermaid, he was no longer a big competition with Disney. With only one hit during the 90s being Anastasia, the rest of his filmography after All Dogs Go to Heaven have been abysmal, critically and financially. So, I want to talk about Don Bluth's years in the 80s, because that is when I feel like Don Bluth was at his best, when he's at his purest, when he's at his most Don Bluth. Around the 90s, he just fell off the rails, and none of the films he's made felt like his movies in a way. Like, he had complete control, but there was something in those movies that you could tell just wasn't him. He was trying to do something that really wasn't him, when he should have done movies that he completely wanted to do and not try to compete with Disney. That's what I felt like his newer movies were like, and it unfortunately led him to not direct any more movies since A Titan, or whatever that movie was called, with Matt Damon. Yeah, I wish Don Bluth could come back to direct, but I want him to come back doing his own thing, not to worry about Disney. And you know what? I'll just have this video be a separate video, just like a little teaser for what I want to do. So, soon, later, maybe tomorrow, I'm going to be reviewing The Secret of NIMH, or whenever I can, at least as soon as possible, because I really want to talk about Don Bluth's films. From Secret of NIMH all the way to All Dogs Go to Heaven. Now, some of these movies I never watched. Mostly All Dogs Go to Heaven. Though that was a big seller at the VHS market, if I remember correctly. But I want to mostly talk about The Secret of NIMH, how great I think that movie is, American Tail, and how very, very crazy that movie can get. And then The Land Before Time, which is probably everybody's most known Don Bluth film that they know about. Even if they don't know that he directed, The Land Before Time is probably the most well known because of the amount of sequels it spewed out, the television show and everything. It was just a much more popular brand of his. And I'm going to talk about how much that movie influenced me as a child, as an adolescent. And I have a lot to say about that one in particular. And so, yeah, this is going to be a very interesting time now in this channel. I'm going to be looking back at some old kids movies. But honestly, it's been nostalgic, and I feel like I want to bring that in my channel a little bit. I'm not gonna stop with the comic book stuff and talk about all the R-rated things. You know, I like horror stuff and all of that, all the more adult content. But sometimes I would like to take time away from those into some more of my childhood favorites. Even though some of them might not be good in hindsight, it's good to watch them for me because that nostalgia factor I had with them just resonated with me. So, yeah. And The Land Before Time is one of those. So, tomorrow or whenever I can, Secret of NIMH, I will have a James Bond review up that day also. Maybe Skyfall. Tonight, hopefully I'm able to complete my Quantum of Solace review. But, yeah, I'm going to be talking about a lot of Don Bluth here, give him my respect. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.